I'm happy to take them as well. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to address Shermaine's question. I think I missed out that one. Shermaine asked, so does it mean that someone who is lactose intolerant will be more triggered by dairy products? More so for milk, actually. There are some yogurt that has higher amounts of sugar may be triggered. So mainly these two, yogurt and milk. Yeah. Cheese generally don't have any more lactose. But there are some cheeses like the white cheeses like cottage cheese may have a little bit of lactose in there. So some individuals may feel more triggered, definitely. Okay, William is asking, may I know what is the alternative to drinking water to lemon essence? It is just to take vitamin C tablets that is dissolved in water. Lemon essence. Alternative to drinking water with lemon. Lemon juice, is it possible? Maybe lemon juice or lime juice. These are good citrus fruits that do contain high amounts of vitamin C. Or else eating a fruit. Sorry, that's my cat. I hope you're not able to hear her. It's a time out to go out. Yeah, okay. So yeah, fruits and vegetables do contain high amounts of vitamin C as well. So you can have strawberries, blueberries, okay, for example. These are also good fruits that do contain high amounts of vitamin C, okay, without the extra bit of sugar. So I hope that helps in answering that question, your question, William. So it's okay to eat eggs, yep. Egg with yolk every day, yes. Wheeling, yes. Good news for you, yes. Eggs with yolk every day, yes. Fiona, you're asking ladies with 25 grams. So what about kids? Any supplements for fiber as 25 seems unreachable? For kids, maybe you can share with me how old your kids are. 25 grams would be suitable for anyone that is 10 years old and above. Any children with 10 years old and above. 25 seems unreachable. Let me go back to that slide. Right, okay, so what I'm showing for 25 is mainly for whole grains, but not forgetting fruits and vegetables will also contain quite high amounts of whole grains, quite amount of fiber as well, right? So if we look at this, okay, having brown rice, okay, so having 1 cup of whole wheat spaghetti and probably half cup will give you 10. Half a cup of cooked brown rice will give you 1.8, so it'll give you 11. Or maybe 12, and you can have also 2 slices of wholemeal bread, which gives you about 4, so that gets you about 16, if I'm not wrong, if I'm calculating correctly, 16. And then fruits and vegetables, which is 2 servings of fruits, 2 servings of vegetables, which gives you an inclusive of some nuts, which also contains fiber, 3 grams. So can attain, yes, can attain. Right, so I don't have a calculation right here, but yes, I've calculated for someone before and have attained. So you include things like nuts, fruits, grains, yeah, and those vegetables as well would definitely be able to attain 25 grams. Okay, William, you're asking what type of food or vitamin would make me sleep easily? So as I have a problem to go sleep. Okay. I don't have a Sian Tan, okay, but what could be good is to actually understand how do you feel before you go to sleep. Sometimes it also could mean weaning off the phone, because when we look at our mobile phone, there's a good amount of blue light that's coming from there, and that replicates the sunlight. That also can, cause one person not to be able to fall asleep easily. Another type of food, maybe one that I can think of hand now, is actually tryptophan. Okay, things that have good amount of protein, amino acid that helps to regulate our hormone called serotonin. That helps to regulate our sleep and wake circadian rhythm. So it could be a lack of protein. So things like salmon, chicken, eggs, nuts and seeds, almonds, for example, are food choices that you can include. Or maybe probably need to include exercise. Okay. I hope that answers your question. Jane, is eating salmon or farm fish cause inflammation to our body, since the source available in the market are mostly farm? That's a very good choice. Very good, interesting question, because there have not been enough clinical studies to show that whether salmon farm or not farm or wild salmon is actually good or not good. But I think because most of what is available are mostly farmed, and in fact, wild salmon is actually quite expensive, so it becomes not affordable at all. So yeah, I'm not able to give any more because I don't have an answer for that as well. Yeah. So there's also another debate that's going on omega-3 being in a capsule, like whether it's cod, whether it's krill, whether it's whether it has been shown to have any clinical benefits. Okay, but some individuals have like put the two sources together and also seen benefits, and people have only used one sources and seen benefit. So I would say in terms of omega-3 and in terms of omega-3 and also the salmon and protein, it is useful to know that it can help to reduce inflammation. But if we are looking in terms of purchasing them, it is good to vary where your food sources are from. Yeah, so that we're not eating from one type of food sources only. Is it true brown rice contains cyanide? I know almonds or marzipan do contain cyanide, but I have not known brown rice to contain cyanide. It is good to wash our brown rice, our rice before eating, and that can help to reduce cyanide if they are using cyanide to wash or process the food item. But cooking it should not have any more cyanide anymore. Not sure. I actually don't know the answer for that, but let me go and find out. I probably would find out and maybe I'll reply that in the email to the organizers. Okay. Do see a few more questions. Okay, can we eat yogurt every day? Natural Greek yogurt instead of Greek style yogurt? That's a very good question. Actually, with yogurt, right, it's good to find out what kind of yogurts are we eating, because the benefit of eating yogurt, one, for the protein, and second is also for the live cultures that's in there. So look out for the yogurt and look at the ingredient and find out whether they have live bacteria. Some of the yogurt has been pasteurized and do not have any more good bacteria in there. So we're just eating for the protein, not saying we can't eat them, but we're eating for the protein and eating for the calcium. But if you want yogurt that is good for the gut health, then look out for live cultures. Yeah, they should stay there, active live cultures. The last question, can we see my cat? Y'all can hear my cat. Oh no. Yeah, it's her usual time to go out, and then now she's just whining that she wants to go out. Yeah, and I'm just ignoring her. Okay. Abriel, okay, sorry, I missed that. So does red meat like beef increase inflammation considerably? Okay. Red meat, because of the heme, what we call as iron, that is available whenever we use red meat to cook on high heat, and also because of the nature of high heat with protein, tend to have some carcinogenic properties that arise and can cause inflammation. So yes, okay, I would say that red meat eaten in large amount, moderate amounts tend to be where our body can still buffer, but large amounts of red meat can trigger inflammation. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question, Abriel. 6 years. Yeah, I think 6 years. 6 years old. Okay, then so for a while wondering what 6 years. 6 years old, if I'm not wrong, the amount of fiber should be about 15 to 18 grams, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, probably I need to check that out for you. Okay. Jane, if our dirty list of fruits and vegetables contain high amount of pesticides, what is the best way to remove it? In the market now, there are vegetable wash which made out of alkaline, because most pesticides are acidic. So look out for natural alkaline sources, or you can use lemon water, which is also alkaline, to remove them. Or best if you can soak them in a bit of lemon water to help to remove pesticides. I know sometimes we feel a little bit insecure because we can't really see the pesticides. But yeah, having a vegetable wash can ease that out. Yeah. I hope that answers your question. Valerie, is it okay to take raw salad with some olive oil? Yes, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely okay. So I would say I can take everything in moderation and not to overdo them in one sitting. Of course, there are different perspectives when it comes to TCM or when it comes to nutrition. But of course, if you're taking it as another way of including more fruits and vegetables in your diet, that's okay. Yeah. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Valerie. Lillian, any food intolerance, any food interaction with common anti-inflammatory medication or arthritis medication? No, actually, no, not that I know of actually. In fact, some of the inflammation medication or arthritis medication have found to go quite nicely with glucosamine. Yeah. So just to be sure what kind of glucosamine, and it's good to speak to the doctor for that because they will know what pairs better. Yeah. So if I'm not wrong, glucosamine and some other medications. Yep. CC, yes, I think based on what I've heard from Gerald, snippets of the recording will be shared. So take a so watch out for the space. Okay. Lan Hyang, okay, dry mouth, one type of inflammation. What food or drinks will help to relieve or cure dry mouth and throat? Actually, not really. I would say no. In terms of inflammation, not quite. Dry mouth and throat, I would say sometimes could be difficulty in swallowing, can be one sign and symptoms. Hope you want to get that checked out. If anybody feel like that, it's maybe a stiffening of the esophagus, the throat, and if you see some of the symptoms like difficulty swallowing, choking, or when you are lying down or sleeping, we tend to not be able to close the mouth. Yes, that would be one way to see if there's an individual who suffer from dysphagia. Yeah, so do check that out or have the person to check that out. Would be good. All right, okay, that's it. I think I answered all the questions. Awesome. Last two polls, yes. Okay, apologies. Okay, let's run through the last two polls. For some of you are here. Thank you very much for still staying with me. I have two more polls for you before you go. Two more polls, all right? So how do you come to know about this webinar? Just want to have a sensing of, how do you get to know about this webinar? And I have one more poll, okay, just to ask, okay, what have you derived or what do you learn from today's sharing? Okay, so just going to give a couple more seconds for more people to answer this poll. So how do you know about this webinar? Okay, so 48% says from email from NAF, and a couple of people saying that it's from support group chats, Facebook chats, and referrals. All right. So I'm just going to end the poll here. I see some final clickers. Okay. All right. So thank you very much for participating in the poll. One more poll to do. All right. Let me do the last poll. All right. So how is your overall experience? This is more for me. So how is your overall experience of this webinar? Okay. And let me know how it has made an impact for you, whether it has or whether it doesn't. If you have any added more feedback, okay, please email the organizers and let them know your honest feedback. And you answer all the questions. All right, yes, Helen, yes, and yes, I answered all the questions. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm happy to answer all the questions. I know that, sometimes those questions probably won't get to see nutritionists as often, so I thought that would be nice to finish and answer everybody's questions. Okay. All right, so let me put to the last slide. So I do have the handouts for today. If some of you are still here, if you wish to download today's handout, which contains all the information that I've shared, you can use your normal mobile camera to scan the QR code. All right, and it will lead you to a page where you can just download today's handouts.
Thank you so much, Fiona. Hey. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, Gerald. Thank you for having me, and thank you, everybody.
Now, the next webinar we have to do is on mental health. You know why? Because I feel very depressed now. I'm eating all the foods that is in your do not eat list.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Moderation. Okay. Moderation.
I think I have one last question before we leave.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah. Since I'm sure everybody will be curious, right? As the food expert, what is your diet like on a day-to-day basis? I'm sure we're all curious to find out.
I eat everything. I don't There are only a few things that I do not like in terms of preference. Okay. But my diet when I socializing, I try to fit into the group. If not, I'll be ostracized. Yeah, but I do play a big part in keeping my vegetables and making sure that my vegetables are always in every meal. And I always try to balance out with protein and carbohydrates. So I don't tend to avoid food. I try to make sure that I balance them out as I eat my meals. Yeah.
And you're still happy, so truly healthy. I get it now. Okay, thanks so much, everyone. Thanks. I think we overran time, but thanks so much, Fiona, for indulging us, and we appreciate your time. It's lovely to have you with us this evening. For more of such webinars, to the rest of you, tune in and follow us on Facebook, and we'll keep you posted. And with that, I wish all of you a very good evening. See you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.